Now, the warmer weather heralds the arrival into our shops and supermarkets of fresh, British-grown spring produce. But little known to the rest of the world, there is one quiet corner of England where one of our favourite vegetables has an almost cult-like following. Joe Crowley tells us more.
Now, I love this stuff, definitely one of my favourite veggies, but there's a whole group of folk who go absolutely mad for it, quite literally.
Experts in such matters predict that we'll eat 340 million asparagus spears in Britain this year, and the market for it is estimated at a massive £30 million. The Vale of Evesham is the heart of British asparagus growing, and every St George's Day they hold a festival to celebrate it.
Complete with Morris dancers, brass bands, and an awful lot of people dressed in green.
The Fleece Inn is the nerve centre of the festival, and it's also the start of the Great Asparagus Run. I'm hitching a ride with classic car enthusiast Dave Shaw, who's joining his pals to drive in convoy through the Worcestershire countryside with a giant ceremonial bunch of asparagus. As you do.
What a sight this is. I mean, you don't see people in Kent dressed up as giant strawberries driving around the country, do you?
No, you don't. But it is a special event round here. Evesham's asparagus is a fantastic product we all enjoy.
So what is the asparagus run?
Well, every year we take the first cut asparagus from the Vale of Evesham, 100 pieces of asparagus, on a special plate going to the cathedral in Worcester, and included in the service will be a blessing of the asparagus from the Vale of Evesham.
I love it.
While Dave's off to the cathedral, I'm taking a pit stop to meet asparagus grower Darren Hedges to get the lowdown on how to grow this awesome vegetable.
So, no leaves?
Nope.
Nothing bushy at all. It's just literally the spears that come through the ground.
So literally, yes. So you've got the crown underneath the ground,
yeah,
which is where it's growing from. It's a bit similar to sort of the rhubarb crown and things like that. It's part of the lily family. Everything's growing upwards. It's not growing outwards. It's literally growing upwards. This has been in this field for about 8 years.
And how quickly does it grow?
So over the course of a day, you'd probably find that this one would grow to that sort of length by this time tomorrow.
What?
So you could, it's one of those crops you could sit on a hot day, sit and watch it grow.
That's incredible. And everything's cut by hand?
Everything in this country is cut by hand.
Why is this area so good for asparagus?
We're quite fortunate here because we've got perfect soil conditions, really good drainage as well. We've got good light conditions, just absolutely perfect for growing asparagus.
So all that's left is for me to have a go at cutting a bit.
There you go. Cut away.
OK. Just underneath and
just underneath, that's it.
That's great. It's really good, actually. Wow.
Well, it tastes gorgeous straight from the ground, but I'm still not convinced asparagus warrants a day-long celebration in its honour. Perhaps Angela Tidmarsh can set me straight. She's co-founder of the festival here in the Vale of Evesham.
Angela, why is everyone here so nuts about asparagus?
Because asparagus is so important to the Vale of Evesham. I mean, horticulture for the Vale of Evesham and in Worcestershire is essential, really, and has been for centuries.
For me, it's one of those vegetables that says spring is here, that people want to eat it when it's in season.
Absolutely. I think it's a caviar of all vegetables. We've started the asparagus season on St George's Day because that is the actual physical start of the English asparagus growing season. And that season really only runs through, as far as we here in the Vale of Evesham are concerned, to Midsummer's Day, which is the 21st of June.
How would you cook it? What would you do?
Griddle it.
You'd griddle it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds delicious. I wonder how other folk like it.
Simply boiled, not too overcooked, with a knob of butter, brown bread, just the job.
Anything with it? Are you a purist? Do you like it on its own?
I like it on its own, but we do eat it with fish.
So I keep hearing fish mentioned a bit, you know, a bit of salmon or something, no? No! Morris dancers don't eat fish, there we go.
The area has become so renowned for this tasty veg that its asparagus has even been awarded European Protected Food Name status.
It's now like champagne or Roquefort, in that, to be called Vale of Evesham asparagus, it must be grown around here.
With the festival in full flow, I'm keen to have an earnest chat with Jemima Packington.
This is very interesting. It looks like you thrive on chaos.
She reckons she can predict the future using nothing more than a handful of asparagus.
Now, I've been told you're an asparamancer, but
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Well, I'm the world's only asparamancer, which means I use asparagus to make predictions.
Right.
I don't like to call myself a fortune teller because I'm not, but I make predictions on politics, showbiz personalities, royalty.
What sorts of things have you been able to predict?
I predicted Brexit.
Did you?
I predicted the Brangelina split.
Right.
I predicted royal births. I predicted royal weddings.
How? How does this work?
It's quite simple. The asparagus is cast by the person I'm doing a reading for, and their energy is passed through to this wonderful, robust vegetable.
Okay, so how do we do this?
Right, well, I will hand you this round of asparagus. I will ask you to cast it onto the table. Now, that's very, very, very interesting. It does look, sometimes you might get distracted quite easily. Sometimes I think you need to focus more.
Focus a little bit more.
Focus a little bit more.
Sounding
But
a bit like
this
my wife now.
this is very interesting here because this suggests that there is a colleague or a family member possibly moving away.
Really?
Yeah.
So this could be my little sister, who is going to Boston to do an MBA in the autumn. So she's going abroad for 2 years.
Yeah, that's what that is.
This is my immediate future.
Yes.
What about a few other things? Do we know who's going to win Wimbledon this year?
Well, do we see an M anywhere around there?
No.
So I would suggest that it's not Murray.
Oh, Andy, I'm so sorry.
I know.
Heard it here first.
I know.
I'm not sure we should risk our hard-earned cash placing a bet on the say-so of asparagus, but I am certain that I'm growing to love this subtle-flavoured vegetable even more than before.
Well, I thought I was fond of asparagus until today. I don't think I'll ever love it as much as this lot.